Today's episode of the Riderflex podcast is sponsored by our friends at Mortal Kombucha. Handcrafted in small batches, Mortal Kombucha is bubbly smooth, super refreshing, and absolutely energizing. A revitalized kombucha energy drink ramped up with some awesome. Visit them at mortalkombucha.com. And on today's episode of the Riderflex podcast, peer interviews. You know, where job candidates come into the building and they interview with the people that are going to be on their team or people that are in equal rank. How do I feel about that? What's my opinion on that? As a former C-level executive, 30-year manager, and now recruiting firm owner, what's my opinion? In general, I'm okay with it, right? It's nice to get the team's buy-in, make them feel like they're part of the process, check the personality of the candidates, see if it fits the culture of the team. Are we all gonna play nice together and hold hands in the sandbox, etc.? Is that cool to do that? Yes. So I'm not against it, but I am against putting it in the front of the interview process. I'm against having you get your team to interview a candidate before you, the hiring manager, actually meets them. Bad idea. Bad idea for so many reasons, but let me simplify for you why it's bad. Okay, here it is in real simple terms. Human nature. I know we'd all like to believe that the people on our team will always make the right decision for the company, right? They'd never make decisions for them. They'll always do the right thing overall for the company. Okay, I hate to break the news to you, but no, that's not always the case, right? I mean, we're humans. We have emotions, and that all ties into their decision. So, for example, if Sally is your candidate, and Sally is sharp as hell, and she graduated from Cornell, for example, and you're sending her to your team to interview, and Fred is in that group, and Fred was your number one, Fred was, quote, the favorite, right? Do you think Fred's going to feel like maybe threatened just a little bit? All of a sudden, Fred's like, oh, shit. I don't know. Mary's pretty sharp. Oof. Whoa. I'm trying to get promoted. She comes in. This could push me back a little bit. Oof. I don't know. Is Fred going to be swayed by that a little bit? Is that going to affect his decision and maybe some of his comments to you about her? Yes. There's a high probability that will happen. So do yourself a favor. Peer interviews are fine. Just don't let the group block a candidate. That's worst case scenario, that you don't even get to see them. And don't let them, taint your opinion of the candidate before the job interview even starts. Bad idea, okay? And there is your Riderflex tip of the day. The Riderflex podcast features entrepreneurs, business executives, and the stories behind how they got there, as well as daily tips on career advice and job interviews. Our show can be heard just about anywhere these days, but you can visit riderflex.com and click on the podcast page to hear all the previous episodes and learn more about the recruiting and consulting services we provide. Contact us at the email address info@riderflex.com or 888-964-5876. Thanks so much for listening, and if you enjoy our show, please be sure to subscribe to our channel and like the episodes.